All right, we are going to pick right up with some tips and tricks on cleaning up some of these files from hand drawings and converting them through the image trace process into an SVG file. So this was a picture that I brought into Illustrator. I've run it through these parameters. So in this case, I actually lowered the threshold slightly because it had really bold lines that refined some of the detail work. And for example, I was really looking at this area where the E was kind of getting close to some of that noise on the side, and I wanted to try to strike a nice balance. So I think that this struck a pretty good balance. Ignore white and expand. We're going to go through the same steps of right-clicking, ungroup, right-click, oops, clicking on it with the left clicker, and then right-clicking to ungroup. And at this point, I've got these elements that I can delete, and I can click and capture and delete and clean up. Make sure that you clean up all the little blips and burps that are left behind. But sometimes clicking and capturing is going to be the best way to do that quickly. The area right here, though, if I were to delete that, it takes away some stuff that I really want. So I'm going to show you a tip for that. There are a couple different ways you can do it. There's a lot of different ways that you can do anything in Illustrator. That's why it's a powerful program. The eraser tool. If this doesn't appear to you, notice that there are little teeny tiny arrows on the corner of each of these options on the side toolbar. And if I click and hold, it makes other things available to me. So if it's hidden, or you see like the scissors tool, it's still there. It's just like in a category of tools. So the one that's highlighted is the one that shows up on top, and it's also the one that you've used most recently. If you double click on that icon, you get these parameters that you can adjust as well. So the size of that eraser brush, so to speak, that I can change how big that is. In this case, I'm going to make it pretty large. Okay, but when you're doing really refined work, you'll probably want that to look different. So here I can come in and I can click with my left clicker, and I'm holding it down, and I'm just gonna tidy this up and let go. And you can see that that really nicely cleans things up. But if I wanted just to get rid of that little blurb, my brush is too big, Control Z, I can come in here, double click, and change the size of that and refine that. So this is a really useful tool for cleaning up some of the stuff that got caught in the crossfires of image trace. That's one way to do it. There are other ways. For example, you can use the direct selection tool, which isolates individual nodes, but that can be useful for other reasons too. So if I click and capture, I can hit delete, and you can see that it might be a good way to get rid of a lot of the big stuff, and then you can go back in with that eraser tool and clean things up. There is no one right way to do anything. Hopefully that is exciting. And basically what that should mean is that, you know, find the tool that works for you, that speaks your editing language. There are probably a whole lot more that you can discover in here, and there's always new things that I learn, so I can't wait to find out other things. Okay, that's my tip for now.